Yes, my people. So I want to say Merry Christmas to the people out there, whether you Muslim, whether you Christian, wherever you are. Um, I know a lot of people have issue with Christmas, but I have no issue with it, even though I don't celebrate. But I have no issue. The reason is you could take any day at all, any pagan day. If Christmas is pagan, you could take any day at all and dedicate it to the Most High God. You know why? Because all days belong to God, and you could take any pagan day and dedicate that day to something profitable, something meaningful. So we are going to get into something. Dr. Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik is one of the, I think you would say the number one Muslim apologists, because he's the most watched of all Muslim apologists. He have so many subscribers, so many followers. But you're gonna hear something that this guy say, and he says he's a medical doctor. You will hear him saying, "I'm a medical doctor. I'm a medical doctor." But you will hear something that this guy say, and you know that this guy is one of the most naive medical doctor ever. And so let's just share something that this guy said. Dr. Zakir Naik. So let's go into Muslim comedian. Comedian number one, Dr. Zakir Naik.
And there is a scientific thing that you eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. And there is a scientific thing that you eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. Furthermore, today science tells us that when you eat pork, it is more of fat building material rather than muscle building.
Do you see how this guy is crazy? This guy is totally crazy. He says it is a scientific thing that if you eat pig, you behave like pig. This guy is a crazy man. And then he says, I want you catch this little part right here. And there's nothing like this in the world. That's a lie. He's lying.
Furthermore, today science tells us that when you eat pork, it is more of fat building material rather than muscle building material.
This guy is a liar. Pork is one of the most lean meat you could eat. It depends on which part of a meat you eat. Just like beef, if you eat the fatty part of the beef, you're eating just fat. Pork, if you eat the lean part, I don't eat pork, but I know this for a fact. If you eat the lean part of the pork, you are eating lean meat, and you're eating muscle. Any part of an animal called muscle, that is muscle building. It's protein and it's muscle building. So you see, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Naive, I'm telling you. And this is the kind of guy that these Muslims listen to. But the main part of what he says is, if you eat pig, you behave like pig. Can we go to the Quran for a minute? Let's go to the Quran and see what the Quran says. We're going to go to the Quran and see what the Quran says. So here we go. Straight to the Quran. Let's see if the Quran support Dr. Zakir Naik. Dr. Naive Naik. I'm a nurse, I know more than Dr. Zakir Naik. Or is he just a deceiver? So let's go to the Quran and see what the Quran says. Okay, let's make sure that we are... Okay. It's kind of let me see what I can do to help the case here. Because we are not that big, but I could read it for you guys, and you guys research yourself. Okay, this is we're reading Surah 2, verse 173, and from Muhammad Assad translation, he has forbidden you only carrion and blood and the flesh of swine. So you're forbidden to eat carrion, whatever that is, and blood and the flesh of swine, and that over which any name other than God's have been invoked. But if one is driven by necessity, notice what he says right here. But if one is driven by necessity, neither coveting it nor exceeding its limit, its immediate need, no sin shall be upon him. For behold, God is much forgiving. So this translation is saying that don't eat pork, the flesh of swine. But if you are driven by necessity, neither coveting it or exceeding its immediate need, you can eat it. Now another translation, Clear Quran, Dr. Mustafa Katab. He has only forbid you to eat carrion, blood, swine, and what is slaughtered in the name of any other than Allah. But if someone is compelled by necessity, neither driven by desire or exceeding immediate need, they will not be sinful. So you could eat pork according to the Quran. Now we go to another translation, Safi Kaskas. He has forbidden you to eat dead animal. Also, carrion maybe mean dead animal. So you can eat the live one. Blood, pork, and meat offered in any name other than God. If someone is compelled to do so, not driven by desire or excess, he does not sin. So if someone is compelled to eat pork, not driven by desire or excess, he does not sin. But this is what Dr. Zakir Naik. Let's get back to the beautiful guy called Dr. Zakir Naik, and you will hear how naive this man is. Listen to the beautiful guy. Muhammad Bangara. He said, go learn English. Tell Zakir Naik that. You're such a stupid cartoon. So let's go back to the stupid Quran now. Let's go back to stupid Zakir Naik. Can we just read the stupid Quran? So let's go back to the stupid Zakir Naik. Listen to him. You gotta hear what this Zakir Naik say, and you will see that Islam is a mess. Islam is nothing. Islam is nothing. Listen to him.
That's the reason most of the people who are regular pig eaters, they have got tires. They have got flaps. And there is a scientific thing that you eat pig and you behave like pig.
Wow. So the Muslim who eat pig by necessity, they behave like pig. No. If you eat pig, you behave like pig. Is this true, Dr. Zakir Naik? Let's see something. So what about if you eat camel? What about if you eat camel? Let me see if you eat camel, what you behave like. We're going to look and see if you eat. Listen to this. We're going to show you a stupid Muslim right now. Look, listen to this stupid Muslim right here. If you eat by necessity, you are protected by. So if you eat by necessity, science doesn't work when you eat by necessity. You see, you eat pig, you behave like pig. But if you eat by necessity, then science don't work. Do you see the mindset? This is an African guy living in the 21st century, and look how crazy he thinks. Zakir Naik is saying, if you eat pig, you behave like pig. And this naive Muslim, Muhammad Salu Adin, what is this? Salahuddin Bangora. He is saying, if you eat by necessity, you are protected by God. So science don't work. Wow. Now we are going to go into something bigger. Do you see this Muslim comedian, man? I'm telling you. When you go to Islam, you become stupid, man. I'm telling you. Look at this. Here we continue. Because the madman is eating by necessity. You want to see who is a madman? Huh? He said, because the madman is eating by necessity. Let me show you who is a madman. I'm going to show you something real fast. I'm going to show you something real fast, Muslim, who is a madman. Since you talk about madman, let's show you who is a madman. Let's show you who is a madman, since you love to talk about mad people, okay? We're going to take a journey and show you who is a madman. Since you are on the topic of madman, we are going to take a journey into the life of someone you love so dearly. Okay. I hope you are seeing my screen, Mr. Bangara. Do you see this right here? Muhammad was mad when he gave the Quran. Proof. Oh, Khadija, I see light, I hear sound, I fear I am mad. Ibn Sa'd, book of the major class. You want to see more? Do you want to see more? Who was actually mad? Now you're on the topic of madman. I could show you more. All right. Look at this now, Abdul. Let's play the game fair, since you love to talk about madman. So when Khadija took Muhammad to her cousin to seek advice from Warika, what did Warika say? I am afraid it may be someone other than Gabriel, for certain devils imitate him, and by so doing can mislead and corrupt some men. This can result in a man becoming confused and even crazy, mad, whereas before he has been of sound mind. Ibn Kathir, the life of the prophet. Do you see that? You want to see more? Do you want to see more? Look at Muhammad's behavior. Now we're going to show you Muhammad's behavior, and you will see that this man was a madman. Okay, here we go. Since you're on the topic of madman, and because you must come here and rant. Muhammad behaving like a madman. But after a few days, Warika died, and the divine inspiration was also paused for a while, and the prophet became so sad. And we have heard that he intended several times to throw himself from the top of high mountains. Do you see that? Do you see that? Bukhari, volume 9, number 111. Do you see that? So get off the topic of madman. Stop talking nonsense. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't come to this platform ranting like you're a donkey. You're not a donkey. Behave like a human being. Now, let's see. If you eat camel, what happened if you eat camel? We're getting into the nitty-gritty now. What happened if you eat camel? Did Muhammad say you can eat camel? Yes, he says you can eat camel. And what did Muhammad also say? You can drink the camel's urine. So I'm gonna show you just my brother. He did something real nice, and I need to share it with you guys. So let's see if I can find what he did and share it with you guys. So, okay, I think this is it right here. So this is Dr. Zakir Naik. He said, you eat pig, you behave like pig. So the brother write, eat camel, behave like camel. Drink camel urine, behave like a madman. Do you notice that this guy mentioned the word madman? Muhammad was a madman. Now look, now let's get to something even bigger than that. Because this is all we do here. Look at this idiot telling people to quiet for a while. Just quiet for a while and learn. Learn from who? You're an idiot, boy. Who can learn from you? You look. Okay, this is what my brother said. Eat camel, behave like a camel. And my brother, Paristic, I'm gonna show you something, my brother. Look at this. Look at this. Eat camel, you behave like a camel. Look at this right here. This is the comedy show, Islam comedy show. So let's enjoy Islam for a while. Today is Christmas, and what we can do is give each other fun and joke and laughter and pray for each other and just have fun. We are not out here killing anybody, strapping on any bombs on ourselves, trying to bomb up anyone. We are just taking Islam into consideration and having fun. So here is Muhammad behaving like a camel. Here is Muhammad behaving like a camel. I want you guys to see, so I got to make sure you guys are seeing. Okay, here we go right there. All right. So here is Muhammad behaving like a camel. Okay, narrated Safwan bin Yala bin Umayyah from his father, who said, a man came to the Prophet while he was at Jarana. The man was wearing a cloak which had traces of kaluk or sufa, some kind of perfume, sufra. The man asked the Prophet, what do you order me to perform in my Humrah? So Allah inspired the Prophet divinely, and he was screened by a place, I think it means piece of cloth or a place of cloth. But do you see, every time somebody asks Muhammad a question, all of a sudden there's an inspiration. Every time an incident come up, all of a sudden there's an inspiration. Like the time when Umar saw Sada, Muhammad's wife, go into the bathroom and said to Muhammad, cover your wife. All of a sudden, Allah did not care about covering women, but all of a sudden, there was a revelation to cover women. And this is why women have been covered today, and men are kicking down women in Iraq for not covering their face. Simple, because Umar saw Muhammad's wife go into the toilet. Do you see that? Anyway, I wish to see the Prophet being divinely inspired. So this man is saying he wanted to see the Prophet being divinely inspired. Umar said to me, come, you will be pleased to look at the Prophet while Allah is inspiring him. Notice what he said. You will be pleased to look at the Prophet while Allah is inspiring him. I replied in the affirmative. Umar lifted one corner of the cloth, and I looked at the Prophet, who was snoring. What a comedy. The sub-narrator thought that he said the snoring was like that of a camel. You eat camel, you behave like camel. Man. Oh boy. Islam is a mess. Look at this naive donkey. Do you want to know what is revelation? Can I show you what is revelation? Huh? I'm gonna show you what is revelation. Since you believe I don't know what is revelation, let me show you what is revelation. Because I don't think you know who you're talking to. So let me show you what is revelation. This boy think he talking to some naive person. Look how many times I've debated this naive guy, but he think that I don't know what Islamic stupid revelation is. Can you imagine that? He thought he talking to somebody who don't know Islam. Let me show you what revelation is, Abdul. This, Islam is the biggest comedy for us, and Christmas Day. And Christmas Day, Islam is the biggest comedy, and Christmas Day. Look at it. Let me show you what revelation is, since you want to know what revelation is. All right? Ready to learn? Sometimes the Quran, is revealed like the ringing of a bell. Sahih al-Bukhari 32:15. Abu Hurairah reported Allah's messenger, may peace be upon him, as saying, the bell is the instrument of Satan. The bell is the instrument of Satan. Do you see that? Sometimes the revelation, sometimes the Quran is revealed like the ringing of a bell, and the bell is the instrument of Satan. Go Google and learn. What a comedian, man. Go Google and learn. Do you see? So the medical doctor Zakir Naik is saying, if you eat camel, if you eat pork, pig, you behave like a pig. But the Quran is telling you you can eat pig. It says, he has forbidden to you only carrion and blood and the flesh of swine, and that over which any name other than God's have been invoked. But if one is driven by necessity, neither coveting it or exceeding his immediate need, no sin shall be upon him. So if necessity come, you could eat pork. So do you behave like a pig when you eat pork by necessity? Dr. Zakir Naik, man, is the dumbest, when I say the dumbest medical doctor out here right now. It's stupid. And look at it. He says, when you eat pork, most of it is fat. Totally a lie. There is a lean part of pork. The muscle of a pork is lean. You grill pork. I don't eat pork, but I know that. I used to be a chef. You know, used to cook. So I know these things. When you grill pork, there is a lean part of pork. The muscle of the pork is muscle. The fat of the pork have a lot of fatty areas, like the belly area of the pork, where they used to make bacon and stuff like that. That's got a lot of fat on it. We know that stuff. You know, but the part you call ham, which is the thigh of the pig, doesn't have all that fat on it. It does not have all that fat on it. You know, and most animals are like that. Cow have fatty areas. Goats have fatty areas. All these animals have fatty areas on them. Just to show you how ignorant these Muslims are. And guess what? He is one of their number one guy. They go-to their go-to guy. You listen to this guy, you know that this guy is an idiot, man. If you eat pig, you behave like pig. So Muhammad behaving like a camel is a result of him eating camel. We want to know that. Muhammad snorting like a camel, is it a result of him eating camel? He says, and I look at the prophet who was snoring. The sub-narrator thought that he said the snoring was like that of a camel. And guess what this is? Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 3, book 27, number 17. Do you see that? So you eat camel, you behave like a camel. And I want to show you something, man. I just show you how naive Islam is a naive religion, man. A religion of naive people. I will show you something real fast. Look at this. Somebody a doctor seeking advice from Zakir Naik. Can you imagine? You're a doctor and you're seeking advice from Zakir Naik. Watch this. Wow. I would not seek advice from Zakir Naik to do anything. Look at this. I am a physician doing my urology, doing MD urology. MD urology. Wow. He said, I'm doing medical doctor urology. You just sound like somebody just making up stuff. I could see, he said, I am a medical doctor in the field of urology, but doing MD urology, medical doctor urology. How can I preach Islam using my medical knowledge to my Hindu teachers and colleagues? Can you imagine if you have the naive behavior of Zakir Naik to believe that if you eat pig, you behave like pig? How can you teach anybody? There is no scientific proof that if you eat pig, you behave like pig. That's a lie. Total lie. So if you eat camel, you behave like camel. If you drink camel urine, what you behave like a madman? What is this? No medical knowledge is out here that support that nonsense. That if you eat pig, you behave like a pig. It's a stupidity. And that's what Zakir Naik is about. Natural stupidity. Innate stupidity. Because I don't know what is wrong with this guy. And this Muslim keep on galloping. Look at him. He won't stop. He said, try to know the context of what he means. Stop being a fool. The context of what he means. If you eat pig, you behave like pig. That's a stupidity. There is no context in that. He said it is a scientific. Let me play back over this thing, because this naive Muslim seems like he don't understand what's going on here. He said it's a scientific knowledge or something similar that if you eat pig, you behave like pig. And that's a lie. Total lie. Listen to this, Abdul, because it seems like something is wrong with you.
Eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig.
You eat pig and you behave like pig. There is no such scientific knowledge that if you eat pig, you behave like pig. That is stupid. So, Muhammad used to walk around with semen on his clothes. Pig walk around with their filth on them. So, was Muhammad eating pig? No. Was he? According to the hadith, Muhammad took bath in a well that have dead dogs and menstrual rags in it. Pig love to wallow in mud. If you raise pig on the outside, they will eat anything. And you're going to hear something that Zakir Naik says that make no sense. I will show you something that Zakir Naik says that make no sense. And I will show you something. I will show you something that Zakir Naik is not a very intelligent person.
And there is a scientific thing that you eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. Today science tells us that one of the most filthiest animal on the face of the earth is the pig.
He says scientists say one of the most filthiest animal on the face of the earth is the pig. The funny thing about it is that there are so many filthy animals on the face of the earth. A whole bunch of filthy animals on the face of the earth. There's Chinese who eat shark. There is actually shark eaten in a lot of Arabic countries. You know, fish, certain fish eaten shellfish, eaten in a lot of Arabic countries and stuff like that. Those fish eat anything at all. Anything. A shellfish will eat anything. A shark eat anything at all. You know, so to say pigs will eat anything, that is true. A pig will eat almost anything, that is true. But it depends on environment. If you raise a pig in a sty, what does the pig eat but what you put inside the sty? That's just it. Chicken will eat anything. A chicken will eat anything. But where do you raise your chicken to eat? You raise your chicken in a coop. That's where you raise your chicken when you want to eat it. But if you talking about a chicken out there, a chicken will eat anything. They will eat feces. They will eat other dead animal. They will eat anything. A chicken will eat anything. But we all know it's where you raise the animal. Where do you keep the animal that make the animal good to eat? Goats. There is city goats. Like in my country, there is goats in the city that will eat anything from garbage. Goats. I'm talking about goats. Look it up. There's goats in the city that will eat from the garbage. They will eat. I wouldn't say they will eat anything because they won't eat like dead animal and stuff like that, but they will eat contaminated stuff from garbage because of the environment that they grow up in. They have to adapt to survive, and that's what it is. Animals are just animals, and they will eat whatever is presented for them to eat. A pig in a pen can only eat what is presented in the pen, because pig don't eat their poop. And pig don't even poop in the same place they eat. I'm telling you that. A pig will poop at the corner of the pen. How do I know that? My father used to raise pig. I don't eat pig, but my father used to raise pig. And they don't poop in the same place they eat. They all poop in one corner of the pen. I'm telling you, one corner of the sty, they poop in one corner of the sty. And you make the sty slant so that the water, when they pee, it doesn't drain in the other part of the sty. It drains into the drain and leave the sty. And that's how I know they raise pig. So I'm not saying that pig is not a dirty animal, but there's a lot of dirty animal that we eat. A lot of dirty animal that Muslims eat too. A lot of dirty animal, because animal will eat whatever is presented for them to eat in certain situation. A goat, I told you, will eat germs, bacteria, The Prophet of Islam, let me show you that the Prophet of Islam used to take baths in dirty water. We share information here. We don't just talk here. We don't just talk. We share information. So here we go. Let's share this information on Dr. Mohammed, the greatest doctor ever lived. I am a medical doctor. Dr. Zakir Naik, man. So listen, this is Mohammed. So if you look what I'm sharing it with you guys here, so this is Sunan an-Nasai, and it says, I passed by the Prophet when he was performing wudu from the well of Badar. I said, aren't you performing wudu from it when garbage is thrown in it? He said, water is not made impure by anything. Mohammed, Mohammed was the greatest medical doctor before Zakir Naik, man. Listen to this guy. Did, what he said? What he talking about in this thing? Did God curse them? You know nothing about pig. Very filthy. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna show you this. This is the mind of a Muslim right here. I'm just using this guy as a typical, just to show you the mind of a Muslim. Listen. Did God curse them? You know nothing about pig. Very filthy. They eat their own sibling when they are hungry. So he's saying a pig eat its own sibling when it is hungry. But what does the Quran say? It's filthy to the point that it eat its own sibling when it's hungry. But the Quran says, if by necessity you could eat something that eat its own sibling. And still the question remains, do you behave like a pig when you eat pig by necessity, according to the Quran? So do you see, this is the justification for a Muslim offer these this justification. A Muslim will offer these justification. You know nothing about pig, very filthy. Who say I don't know nothing about pig? I am describing what a pig do. I am describing what a pig do. Said I don't know nothing about pig. They have a lot of fish who eat their own sibling. They are using your own language, siblings. There's fishes in the ocean that eat other fishes, and you eat that fish. So what's going on with you, Fred? Not thinking, man. Let me see what my friends say here. By necessity, in Islam, eat pig and you won't behave like a pig. Do you see? Paristic. You see what I'm saying? By necessity, in Islam, you eat the pig and you won't behave like a pig. Because Zakir Naik is saying, if you eat pig, you behave like a pig. But the ones who eat pig by necessity, do they behave like a pig? There's a lot of Muslims right now in jail in China. And I'm sure they're feeding them pig. I'm sure, because Chinese ain't gonna... yeah, so are they in the jail cell behaving like a pig? This is the craziness. You know, and then Jewish, what he said? Jewish Talmud, so you have nothing to tell me. What he says? What is this guy talking about? Olga, I know my Quran, Hadith, and the Bible, and Jewish Talmud. Stop ranting, guys. Just stick to what is being discussed here. There's something going on with you. Zakir Naik is saying, if you eat pig, you behave like a pig. Do you believe that nonsense? Answer the question. Let me see if you believe that nonsense. Then look what he wrote. Stop eating pig. That's why you're behaving like them now. I don't eat pig, Abdul. I don't eat pig, Abdul. So you see, you are guessing like your God. Let me show you that your God is a guesser. You're guessing like your God, and I will show you that you have a right to be guessing because your God love to guess. You're guessing. I don't eat pig, Abdul. Let me show you that your God is a guesser. So just like you're guessing that I eat pig, your God is just like you, and I can't blame you for guessing. Do you see that, Abdul? Abdul, look here. Sahih International, and this is Surah 60, verse 7. Perhaps Allah will. Do you see that? That's a guess. Perhaps Allah will. When you say perhaps I will, that means you're not sure. You're guessing. So stop guessing. I don't eat pig. Okay. I don't eat pig, man. So stop your guessing. That's your problem, man. You you come here and you want to guess. We are not in guesswork here. We support what we say. So Zakir Naik is saying if you eat pig, you behave like a pig. And what do we see? Muhammad behaving like a camel. Is it because he eat camel why he was behaving like a camel?
Wherever you find dirt and filth, you'll find a pig there. Today science also tells us.
Do you notice they show a garbage, a garbage heap, heap, and so wherever you find filth, you find a pig there. I don't know about his country, but is pig running around everywhere in his country? I don't know about his country, but do you have pigs just roaming around everywhere in his country? He said, wherever you find filth, you find a pig there. And that's not true. Like, because most pigs are wild boars. What do they eat? Wild boars, they will eat like things like snails. They will eat things like things they dig from the earth. They will eat like snails and worms, and they will eat plant root of plant like cassava root and cocoyam and all kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff they will eat. Wild pig eat who grow in the forest. Are they raid your farm and eat your corn and stuff? But naturally, pig don't just go about eating filth. That's not true. The only way animal resort to the worst is when the animal can find other means to eat. If the animal cannot find other means to eat, they will resort to the worst. Just like city goats. They have a lot of goats in the city. And you will I'm gonna show you a video of a goat eating trash, just to show you that. And the goat was Muhammad used to eat goat because he was poisoned by a goat. So goat meat. So let's show you a video of goat eating trash, and we'll just show you how much animals can conform to whatever environment they are in. And it's just that's just the way it is. And no one should believe that animals have to eat whatever the element that they eat in the wild. No, you could take an animal and put it into a pen, and it have to eat only what you give it to eat.
G'day, chaps. I just had to show you this. It's not something you see every day. Instead of dogs digging in your trash or whatever, you've got feral goats.
And this is a third world country. By just looking at it, you could tell that this is a tropical country. And you see, this is a garbage can right here, and the goats are going through the garbage can.
I'm sure they're not feral, but it's kind of weird. I just took a little trip. I'll show you what real down and dirty Malaysia looks like. This is the local super.
And guess what? That's where Zakir Naik is, in Malaysia. That's where I think Zakir Naik is living in Malaysia, isn't he? Maybe I think he is. Let's look it up, guys. I think Zakir Naik live in Malaysia. I think he living in Malaysia. Because he run from India because of his terrorist promoting behavior. Yes, Malaysia. That's where he live. So the video is showing life in Malaysia. And if if you notice what the guy says, you know, and they eat those goats over there.
Supermarket. And yeah, it's basically just a warehouse. Who are those goats again? They don't seem to be too bothered by me. Quite bizarre. I'm a little bit red, by the way, because I just did a big workout.
And they will eat anything. I'm telling you, I've seen them in action. Street goats eating anything, and you know, it's animal will eat anything that they have to eat to survive, and that's just the truth. But anyway, I just want to say, peace out. Zakir Naik says, if you eat, and I'm gonna go out with Zakir Naik speaking. Zakir Naik, man, this guy is naive to the core. If you eat pig, you behave like a pig. Why was Muhammad behaving like a camel?
The pig is one of the most shameless animal on the face of the
Pig is shameless. Wow. A pig is a shameless animal. What does it mean that the animal is shameless? Wow. Wow. So pig have the mental capacity to be shameful. Do you see? This guy doesn't have any sense.
The earth. Pig today is one of the most shameless animal on the face of the earth. It enjoys seeing its spouse, seeing its mate have sex with his friend in the Western.
Oh, wow. Do you see that stupid guy? Do you see how stupid Zakir Naik is? I didn't even hear this part. Listen to this idiot.
Seeing its mate have sex with his friend. Seeing its mate have sex with his friend. Seeing its spouse. Seeing its mate have sex with his friend.
Listen to this idiot.
Seeing its spouse. Seeing its mate have sex with his animal on the face of the earth. It enjoys seeing its spouse, seeing its mate have sex with his friend.
Zakir Naik says, a pig enjoys seeing its mate, its spouse, having sex with his friend. Where is it that pig have spouse? Wow. No. Zakir Naik, man, have to get this. What a donkey. Zakir Naik is such a rabid donkey, man. Listen to this guy. Do you hear this guy? Anybody listening to this guy, is he in his right mind? He said a pig enjoy seeing its spouse having sex with its friend. Wow. Did you hear this? Zakir Naik said a pig enjoy seeing its spouse having sex with its friend. That means a pig have a spouse. Where is it that pig have spouse? One boar. It is the pig have spouse. Bro, I'm telling you, my brother, Islam is crazy. This is the intelligence. This is what Islam do to your intelligence. In Islam, a pig enjoy seeing its spouse having sex with his friend. Bro, I'm telling you, my father used to wear his pig. And one boar, I think that's, remember the name, I think it was called boar. And in Jamaican, we call it bran. You know, Jamaican give a name to everything. So one boar would have the whole he put the pigs out to one boar, and then because he want the quality to keep the quality kind of pig, when those babies are grown, he don't put the babies to that boar. He put the baby to another boar, maybe someone else's boar, or if he have another boar. But most of the time, it's one boar. If they don't have no spouse, pig doesn't have spouse. This is how stupid this guy is. So on this show, when somebody is stupid, we give them a surprise gift. Since this is Christmas, we're gonna give Zakir Naik the gift that he deserves, because Zakir Naik is a very, very intelligent Muslim. We're gonna give him 2 of these. 2. You need to get. What a stupid man that is. He said in Islam, he says a pig enjoy watching his spouse having sex with his friend. So pig are friends. We got to play this over, man, because people need to see the kind of idiot Zakir Naik is. Look at this. Man, Islam will turn you into a donkey. I'm telling you, man. Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy, man. I really have to take just that little part there and make a video especially about that part, because Zakir Naik is lame. This guy is crazy. This guy is crazy, man. This is what Islam do to your mental ability. This is what Islam do to your mental ability. It makes you think crazy. It make you think crazy. Muhammad said, Satan sleep in your nose, Satan urinate in your ears, Satan run and fart when he heard the call of prayer. Can you imagine? Satan run and fart, but Satan is sleeping in your nose overnight. Do you see that Muhammad was a madman? Muhammad told them that Satan sleep in the upper part of their nose overnight. But Satan run and fart when he heard the prayer. So what time of the night did Satan goes into the nose? Let me read the hadith and see if we can clarify that. Let me see if we can clarify that. This is Christmas, and this is my gift to you. So let's look for the hadith. Easy to find. Okay. Abu Hurairah reported, the Apostle of Allah said, when any of you awakes from your sleep and perform ablution, he must clean his nose 3 times, for the devil spends the night in the interior of his nose. So the devil spends the night in the interior of his nose. But Satan run and fart when he heard the call to prayer. This is what Islam do to you. Listen to this man. Listen to this man. Do you see how crazy this man is? This Satan enjoy. How did Zakir Naik know pig enjoy? See, this, my friend, Paristic, this is the question that is in my head. This is how sexually crazy a Muslim mind is. Because who would think about something like that? That a pig enjoy seeing its mate have sex with another. Guess what? Allah have a paradise full of sex. It's like Allah enjoy seeing Muslim having sex, because he giving them how many virgins and sex and sex and sex. I'm going to read what you asked because it makes so much sense. How did Zakir Naik knows pigs enjoy seeing his spouse having sex with his friend? How do your mind conceive and give birth to such stupidity? How do you allow your mind as a medical doctor, intelligent, a man who's supposed to be intelligent, allow his mind to conceive and give birth, and his mouth to give birth to such stupidity? And this is the point. Zakir Naik enjoy watching them two having sex. Yes. Why? How do you see that kind of stuff that no one else see? That a pig enjoy watching his spouse having sex. Where we see that? Where have anybody ever seen that? That a pig enjoy watching his spouse having sex? And how does Zakir Naik know that a pig have a spouse? Where is it written that a pig have a spouse? Like pig are married, can get married. Birds, you could say have a spouse. Birds, you could say have spouse. Pig doesn't have spouse. A pig litter, a pig have is it what they call it, litter or whatever, but they have many babies. A pig could have up to 20-something babies. And where's the spouse in the lot? When they're born, there is no spouse, and because you may only have 3 male and the rest of them are female. Or you may only have 3 female and the rest of them are male. So where is this pig spouse, this crazy mind that he have? Where did he get that from? That a pig enjoy watching its spouse have sex. This is where your carnal, your devilish carnal mind goes. When your mind is filled with evil and devilish men, guess what you do? You speak stupidity. You start thinking, overthinking into things. Because why would my mind go to think about pigs enjoy watching their spouse have sex? And no one has caught that, because I've never seen a video about this. Do you see this craziness?
Is one of the most shameless animal.
So the pig is one of the most shameless animal. And listen why he's going to say a pig is shameless.
On the face of the earth. It enjoys seeing its spouse, seeing its mate have sex with his friend.
Look in the crowd. You see all these Muslims in the crowd? And where is that? A third world country. That's the craziness. They go to these third world countries and they get into the mind of naive people are gullible people. Because some of these people are not naive, but they are gullible and they don't know. This is a medical doctor speaking to them, an educated man speaking and saying such nonsense. Listen to this idiot.
Most shameless animal on the face of the earth. Pig today is one of the most shameless animal on the face of the earth. It enjoys seeing its spouse, seeing its mate have sex with his friend in the
Wow. It enjoys seeing its spouse, its mate. Wow. Let me share something with you so you guys could see. in a litter of pigs. If you look at wild, just put in wild pigs, and you will see, when you see a group of pig, you see one big male pig, whatever they call them. I remember we used to call them bran. I know over here they say wild boar, and they mean the old lot. But in Jamaica, when we say boar, we mean a male pig. I don't know what they call a male pig here in America. So let me see what a male pig is called. So a male pig, I know a boar is an adult male swine. Okay, so it's the same. It's the same. But we know in Jamaica we call them boar. Our bran, we used to remember the name B-R-A-N. I don't know if you have a D on it, but we never sound the D out. But we say we say Saul and Bran. So but to hear this guy speak the way this guy speak, it is bothersome, like really bothersome to me. Like, how do you allow your mind to get to the point where you are talking all this nonsense? How do you allow your mind to go to the point where you are saying the stuff that you are saying? Why does Zakir Naik allow his mind to go to where his mind is?
The earth. Pig today is one of the most shameless animals on the face of the earth. It enjoys seeing its spouse, seeing its mate have sex with his friend. In the Western countries, we have dance parties. After dance,
do you see how stupid this idiot is? So he says they enjoy seeing their spouse have sex with their friend, and then he go in the Western countries, they have dance parties, and after dance party, there you go into the sex. Into the sex. But let's share something about Muhammad. Let's share something, since he's talking about the Western country and dance party, because Western countries and dance party are secular things. But let's look at Muhammad. Let's look at Muhammad. Let's look at what Muhammad do, and you will see that, and tell me if what Muhammad did is better than Western countries with secular dance parties and sex and whatever they did. So we are gonna look and see if what Muhammad did is better than Western countries and dance party. Let's take a look into the life of Muhammad, and we'll see if Muhammad is better than Western countries and dance party. Since that is where this Abdul wanna take it, let's look. Okay. The apostle of Allah, may peace be upon him, sent a military expedition to Athos on the occasion of the battle of Hunain. They met their enemy and they fought with them and defeat them and took them captive. Some of the companions of the apostle of Allah, may peace be upon him, were reluctant to have intercourse with the female captive in the presence of their husbands. So here this Abdul talking about Western party and that pigs love to see other pigs have sex with their mate. Zakir Naik. Pigs love to see other pigs have sex with their mate. Where he get that information from? Only Satan and God knows. This is true. Where we get that information from, only Satan and God knows. So then he go on to say, remember he's saying that if you eat pig, you behave like a pig. That's what he's saying. And he said pig love to see their mate having sex with other pigs. Where does this idiot, Zakir Naik, get this information from? I don't know. But what we are looking at is, he went on to say in Western countries they have dance party, and after these dance party, how does he know all about these stuff? Western countries they have dance party, and after these dance party, I'm sure he's gonna go into people loving to see their mate having sex with this and that. But listen to listen what Muhammad did. Some of the companions of the apostle of Allah, may peace be upon him, were reluctant to have intercourse with the female captives in the presence of their husbands who were unbeliever. But guess what? Here comes Pimp Allah. Here comes Pimp Allah. So Allah, the Exalted, sent down the Quranic verse Surah 4 verse 22. And all married women are forbidden unto you, save those captives whom your right hand possess. Sunan Abu Dawud 2150, Sahih Muslim 34:33. So, which is better? Which is better? We know they're all evil, but which one is any more moral? People having dance party and having consensual sex where they agree upon their evil, or you capturing women and having sex with them in the presence of their husbands? Do you see? This is Islam in a nutshell. Islam in a nutshell. Only pig understand pig. If Zakir Naik understand pig, then he must be a pig. The understanding he have of pig is extreme, because there's no science that says pig enjoy watching their mate having sex with other pigs. And where is it in any scientist's journal that pigs have mates, like pig have individual mate? And spouse. It actually says spouse. Do you see how naive and stupid this Muslim is? This is the mind of sin and the mind of evil. Why do you allow your mind to go to the places that Zakir Naik take his mind? Listen to this man. Just listen to him and you will see evil.
The most shameless animal on the face of the earth. It enjoys seeing its spouse, seeing its mate have sex with his friend.
So a pig have a friend. Wow. Zakir Naik, man, you're a new age scientist. We need to give this man the honor, some form of honor in the science society. He is the best scientist I've ever known, man. Wow. Wow, man. Zakir.
That pig is one of the most shameless animal on the face of the earth. Pig today is one of the most shameless animal.
So pig is a shameless animal. Do you see how this guy don't make no sense? This guy don't make no sense. The most shameless animal and the face of the earth. And doesn't make any sense, because when you look at a male goat, my father have goats. A male goat will go around and have sex with all the goats, like Muhammad did. Run around one night having sex with all his wife and then take one bath. After he's finished. A male goat will do these things. But he said a pig is the most shameless, sexually shameless, because listen what he says.
On the face of the earth, it enjoys seeing its spouse, seeing its mate have sex with his friend.
Wow. This guy is crazy, man. Why do you allow your mind to go to that place? To the point where you're saying a pig enjoy seeing its friend, a pig friend. Zakir pig friend. Zakir Naik got a new name, pig friend. Man, wow. A pig. I have to leave a comment right here. I must. A pig. Why? Seeing its friend having sex with its mate. Question sign. Somebody needs a pig enjoys the S What a donkey. Man, I gotta get off this, man. This is crazy. But anyway, what I want to say right here, as I always do, all praises to the God of wisdom, the God above our God, the God who give us wisdom to see the stupidity of Islam. Our praises to the triune God. Because when we see these things, we just it just concrete our belief in the triune God. It concrete our belief in God Almighty, because this is the number one apologist. We're not talking about fake preachers, these so-called fake preachers in Christianity who don't even know the Bible. Apologists. You see no Christian apologists talking about pig enjoy having sex, enjoy seeing its mate having sex. You know, you give a pig, you give the pig the smart of enjoying having seen his mate having sex. That doesn't even make no sense. This is how naive this religion make you. This is how stupid this religion make you. You are here to talk about eating pigs, and this is where you go. You are here to talk about eating pigs. I would not advise anyone to eat pig, really. It's not because it's any biblical reason. I just believe that pig, especially for black people, because we have all these predisposed condition, we have all these we are disposed to certain condition, blood pressure, high blood pressure. We are, if you look at us, a lot of us have, because of high blood pressure and diabetes, lead us to kidney problem. And when you have kidney problem and all that stuff, high blood pressure, you don't want to be eating no pig meat. But it's not only pig meat, beef, red meat, certain disease affect, meat overall, and not only meat, bread is our wickedest, bread is our biggest, carbohydrate is our biggest enemy, not meat. These people believe that meat is our biggest enemy. Carbohydrate is our biggest enemy. Sugar, bread, all these wheaty stuff that we eat and think is good for us, it causes inflammation in our bodies. And inflammation lead to disease or exacerbation of disease. So what can we say? We sit here, we fight against meat, but the person who eat meat and avoid all those sugar products and these, what should I say, these processed carb. Yes, that's a real term. Processed carb is the worst carb you could eat. You could eat a potato and it's okay. Sweet potato is okay. Some yam and it's okay. When we say yam, as a Jamaican say yam, we are talking about the real yam. What Americans call yam is sweet potato. We are talking about real yam, not American version of yam. So you could eat yam, potatoes, you could eat cassava. But the moment you start eating bread and processed carb, it's a different story. It's a different story. It causes a lot of inflammation. Those wheat, cooked wheat, cause a lot of inflammation in your body, and those things are worse than eating meat. I'm telling you, they're worse than eating meat. At the end of the day, what we got to do, but is this God wish that we prosper, and we just need to choose what will make us prosper physically and all that stuff. But we have to look more into the spiritual things than look into the physical things. And you find Islam is a physical religion. If you notice all the stuff that they do, it's all about physicality. It's the promise in heaven, in Jannah, sex and women and drinking of wine and I know there's rivers of wine in the Bible speak about rivers of wine, but we don't see the Bible talking about drinking and eating in paradise and all this crazy stuff and women reclining on beds and all this stuff, because the journey we take is a more spiritual journey, is a more satisfying journey than sex. It's crazy, to see that you avoid, you cover women here, but in Jannah they won't be covered. You're hiding the woman here. You can't restrain yourself. There was an incident where Muhammad saw a woman walking down the street and he could not control himself, to the point he ran home to the wife he stole from his adopted son and have sex with her. Then he came back and he said to his friends, the woman advanced like a devil. So he blamed the woman for his self-control. Do you see that? So this is what Islam is about. Flesh, fleshy. Just it's a very carnal religion. Carnal religion. You hear the things that come out of Zakir Naik mouth. Pigs have spouse. Pigs have spouses, and a pig enjoy watching its spouse having sex with another pig. Wow, what a beautiful man. Wow, man. Do you see that? And people, I've listened to this video before and I did not catch on to this. And then maybe if you listen to the old video, there is more craziness that he says. But this is what Islam will make you. Yesterday, I showed a video where this Muslim is saying that Islam is true because Dr. Maurice Bakali did an examination on the Pharaoh's body and found salt in the Pharaoh's body. And that is a true testament that Pharaoh died in the sea. And do you see how stupid that sounds? To the point of no logic at all. Because what? Salt was used in embalmment. So finding salt in the body of a pharaoh or anybody in any mummy in Egypt should never be a surprise. And he says the Dr. Maurice Bukhari, if I'm calling the name right, converted to Islam. He was so shocked and he converted to Islam. A while ago, I went to EF Dawa channel, because for some reason, I don't know why they're showing me stuff from their channel. I go to YouTube and it show up. So I click on it because it says something about Christmas and I want to see what the naive wolves were talking about Christmas. And what I see was a guy saying that he became Muslim. And let me tell you how this guy became Muslim. And you see how stupid men can be so stupid. We as men, we can be so stupid. Yet Muhammad say women have half of the intelligence of a man. Yes, Muhammad actually say women have half of the intelligence of a man. But we as men, us as men, we can be so stupid at times. Let me show you why how he become a Muslim. So he had a friend from Morocco. And you could tell that he sexually liked the woman. He have lust for the woman. You could tell by his conversation. So he have this, so the woman was supposed to came to school here, but her time was up and she had to go back home or else she would be here illegal. So he decided to marry to the woman, to give the woman her paperwork. And the woman says, you have to be a Muslim. I won't marry to you. And so he became a Muslim. Do you see that? A woman is gonna get deported back home, or is she gonna go back home? And you want to marry to her, to help her to stay, or maybe because you like her. And she said to you, you got to be a Muslim. And you just, that's okay, I'll be a Muslim. And you become a Muslim. And then he said he started looking into Islam. The more he looked, bro, the way you got into it was not even right in the first place. The way you got into it was not even right in the first place. Before you get into something, know what you're getting into. Because when you are in there, what is left for you to do is either you leave or you defend the stupidity that you are into. Either you leave or you're going to defend the stupidity that you are into. That's what you're going to do. Because what the bad thing about it, a man have a lot of pride. Men normally have pride. Even though when they try to fight it, they have a lot of pride. And if your family and all these things see what you did, a lot of time you will hold on to the stupidity until eternity, man. When I say eternity, I mean for yourself. You know, as long as you live, that's what I mean. Because you are already in it. You see what I'm saying? Holding on to the stupidity. You know, like you will see that something is falling down with you, but because of your pride and you hold on to it. And you will realize that what this guy didn't realize is that that woman could not marry to him in the way he was. Cannot marry to him and still be accepted by a Muslim society. No. So she wants you to become her in order for her to marry to you. Become like her in order for her to marry to you. But guess what? If it was the other way around, where you cannot marry to a Muslim woman, he could not marry to her, and she, but he and be a regular man, you know, and marry to her. He had to change to marry to her. Do you see that? So you don't accept you for who you are. You have to be like her in order for her to marry you. And who needed the help? Her. And guess what? It didn't even work out according to him. The woman get the paper and gallop. The woman possibly get the paper and gallop away. I can't remember if he said they didn't get married or something like that. I don't remember what he said. But this is how we are. You know, we jump into things. You know, it's not for us to jump into anything. Look into what you're jumping into. Look into what you're jumping into. And this when you listen to this naive speech from Zakir Naik, man, if I was an atheist and listened to Zakir Naik, I would stay far from Islam. And even if I didn't know Jesus Christ and listen to Zakir Naik, I would stay far from Islam, because what? That's a medical doctor speaking like an idiot. And then if you look at it, he turned this guy into an idiot too. He said, look what this guy asked. He said, did God curse goat? Listen to this stupidity. This is what this guy asked right here. Did God curse goat? Did God curse pig? Where is it that pig is cursed? God cursed no animal. He make all kind of animal for different reasons. He make the pig for his purpose. He make the dog for his purpose. He make the bacteria for his purpose. He make everything for his purpose. He said, did God curse goat? So we're talking about goat versus pig. He said, did God curse goat? Where did God curse pig? Is it the Quran? The Quran said God cursed the Jews and turned them into pig. Muhammad was scared. And look, I will show you how Muhammad was a stupid man. Muhammad say the Quran says Allah cursed the Jews and turned them into apes. He cursed the Jews and turned them into swine, which is pig. And he cursed the Jews and turned them into, what was it, ape and swine, something else. Then Muhammad was hungry. They were all out in the desert, and they were hungry. So they catch some lizard and they roast some lizard, and they gave Muhammad a roast lizard. Muhammad sit there and count the fingers, quote unquote, fingers of the lizard, and said, the Jews of Bani Israel was turned into an animal, and he can't remember what animal they were turned into. And he's not going to eat this lizard because the lizard have 5 fingers. Wow. He said, I'm not going to eat this lizard, man, because the lizard got 5 fingers, man. He may be a Jew lizard, man. So what do we do on this occasion? We give Muhammad what he deserved. Since Muhammad is a good guy and a lovely guy, on this occasion, we are going to give him what he deserved. And then we are going to say good night and good afternoon and good whatever, because I love you guys. So let's give Muhammad what he deserves, because today is Christmas and we like to give people what they deserve. Man, boy, oh boy, oh boy. So you see, this is the stupidity of Islam. You stay far away from Islam. Remember, man, God Almighty is the God of creation, and the Almighty God is not the God of Islam. No. Not the God of stupidity, man. The Almighty God is not the God of stupidity. Islam is total stupidity. So we are gonna leave you guys with this, and we're gonna say peace out and God bless you all. And subscribe to the channel, my people. Subscribe, let it grow, because we're gonna have fun. Someday we invite people on and we chat and laugh, have fun. This is channel designed to educate and also for people to have fun. So what we are saying now is peace out and God bless you all. God bless everyone who subscribe to the channel and those who don't subscribe to the channel, and those who are about to subscribe to the channel. So please subscribe, man. Let the channel grow so we can have some fun. Today is Christmas and we are having fun, man. So today is Christmas and we are having fun. Oh my God. Don't convert to Islam. You don't want to be like Zakir Naik. So I'm going to say peace out and God bless you all, man. God bless.